Welcome to Ducascopy TV. I'm Elaine Stenson. Italy's unemployment rate has hit a record high, while the exchange rate is putting huge pressure on the economy. Giuseppe Ragusa, Assistant Professor of Economics with the Department of Economics and Finance at Italy's LUISS University in Rome, joins me on the line now. An Italian investment bank, Mediobanca, has hinted that Italy could possibly leave the euro unless Germany changes its EMU policy. Meanwhile, one poll found that a record 74% of Italians were not satisfied with the euro. Professor Ragusa, how likely is a euro exit for Italy, in your opinion?
Well, it's very difficult to give precise probability on exit of Italy from the euro. Something is sure: if Italy is going to exit the euro is not going to exist. At least it's not going to exist the way we know it. Now, Mediobanca report is very pessimistic on the probability that Italy can stay into the euro if Germany doesn't change its policy stance, both from a monetary and fiscal point of view. And there is something true to this, even if you consider yesterday report by the U.S. Treasury basically saying the same thing. So I don't know what the probability of a euro exit is. I think it's still small, but I think it's very high that the probability is very high that for Italy to succeed, something has to change at the European level and from the policy point of view.
Unemployment increased to 12.5% from a revised 12.4% in August, while youth unemployment rose to a historic high of 40.4% in September. Prime Minister Enrico Letta warned of a lost generation. What more can Italy do to tackle unemployment effectively?
Well, Prime Minister Enrico Letta is right to talk about a lost generation. There is a lost generation in Italy who has been unemployed, of not a full employment for quite some time. The problem is, what does it mean to do something to tackle employment from the Italian point of view? Resources are limited, so it's not clear that you can do as much as you would like to do. And this is probably has to do with the previous question when we talk about what Europe can do for Italy and other peripheral countries. At the same time, I think Italy instead may start thinking about more general employment problem and trying to reform its productive system, that even if other European countries should start doing something about peripheral countries should need to be reformed.
And on a more positive note, Italy's net international investment position is minus 30% of GDP, compared with minus 92% for Spain and minus 100% for Portugal. It has very low mortgage debt, and their median wealth is €173,000, making them 4 times richer than Germans at €51,000. It also has a primary surplus of 2.5% of GDP. Do these factors indicate that Italy will recover sooner than it may seem?
Well, this is what I call the Italian paradox. If you look at the stats, Italy is not that, except for a few statistics, Italy is not terribly positioned compared to other countries. But at the same time, I think there is something stale, something old in our productive system that makes recovery and also reducing unemployment very difficult. So I think it's right to look at the stats with some optimism, but at the same time, I think that the pessimism is coming from the inability of the political system to reform itself and to reform the productive system.
Professor Ragusa, thank you for joining me on the line today, and that's all from me for now, but do check back later for more from the team. Bye for now.